Good morning, YouTube. 606 Garage. Happy Black Friday. Get your shopping in, because I'm staying home. Get this old Capri. Get a little bit farther along with it. Hope you caught my video where I made this cylinder head stand. I got some work to do this bad boy, so I need to get started now. So this is where I'm at with this. I mean, nothing major. Clean up a few things. Get this gasket off. This head has definitely been cut down too. That's easy to see. So let me start getting this gasket off. All right, never mind the noise up there. I hope that comes out. It ain't hooking. It's just a. So this is where I'm at so far. As you can see, I just kind of take a little around the valve guides. I don't remove a lot. Like I said, I got one shot at this, and I do deburr these. There's a lot of sharp edges in the exhaust. I get those deburred. Now this isn't no, Cervino or, Terry Grover or nothing like that. This is just, I'm your average guy in this shop. So this is basically what I'm going to do with these set of heads, and I've, knocked this down, knocked that down a little bit, radius side a little bit better, and that's all I'm going to do to the bowls on these. Now let's flip them over and start the grind work. Alright, as you can see, I kind of roughed in my openings by as much as I want to go. Now I'm just going to finish them off on the top deck and the sides. Then we'll flip it over and smooth up the bottom. Alright, so this is where I'm going to stop with the walls on the top deck. As you can see, I didn't get it 100%. So, but you can still kind of see that caster mark down the side. And like I said, I'm not gonna do a whole lot to these. I'm just slicking them up. That's it. Open them up a little bit, port mashed them, and just kind of knocking some casting off of them. All right, I was able to clean it up a little bit better. I'm pretty satisfied with this. 100%. Alright, so get these cleaned up a little bit. Let's work on the exhaust. Alright, so I've got my green magic marker where I'm going to take this out. Now clearly I can't take this much out, but I can port match it and feather it in. And that's what I'm going to take as much as I can out. And knock those valve guides down. I started working on that one. Knock him down. Should be good. All right, one more thing out of the way. Now these are just barely hand tight with a 1/2" drive ratchet. When I mean barely, I mean barely. All right, so move on to the next thing. All right, so this is kind of where we're landing with it. I'm gonna throw a trash bag over this. I did move this back some, but I think we ought to start it and listen to her one last time. All right, let's hear her fire up for the last time. Still got good oil pressure. It's the last time you're gonna hear it. Goodbye, original 79 model 5.0. Now I will say this, if you've never used one of these, you need to start. That beats throwing a bucket underneath your car and, you know, all that other good stuff. So just drain it out. This way you can reuse it. I've had the antifreeze out of this thing probably 15 times. I just put it back in the jug, so when I'm ready to use it, I put it back in there. All right, it's time to get started on this, but I'm gonna cut this video for now, for today. Y'all don't need to see none of this. I can just go ahead and tell you it's gonna take me about, I don't know, a few minutes to get the antifreeze out of it, pull the radiator out. Pull the carburetor, a few things like that, pull the distributor out. I mean, you have a motor loose ready to come out of here in a couple hours, but that's not what I'm doing. I am going to get the radiator out, and I am going to drain the fluids, and I am going to get this thing ready to come out. I tell you what, she don't smoke. I mean, she only got 70,000 miles on her. I mean, the door was closed, and I'm going to have to turn the fan on or I'm going to die. So, but anyway, motor still runs good, sounds good, has about 40, 45 pounds of oil pressure, idling, not too bad. I didn't look at it, I revved it up to about 6,000 there. Takes it no problem. So, we turn this fan on. Suck some cold air in the shop now. Woo! All right, well, I'm gonna go sit in the office and let everything clear up. Probably work on getting this video to you. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope you had a good Black Friday. The only thing I'm gonna do is start getting this thing loose. I'm gonna get it in the air. I'm gonna get the wheels off of it, start getting the suspension off of it. Then she's gonna land on some jack stands. Then that motor's gonna come out. And then K-member's gonna start getting bolted in. So I'm all excited about getting more stuff out of the floor, getting these parts used up. Getting a lot of empty boxes laying around here now. Pretty excited about it. Happy to get the heads on. I'm gonna paint that intake blue. Those are the stainless steel headers I'm using. They work well with the GT40P heads. And I'll tell you what, those were like 80 bucks off of eBay. Now, they're not now, because I think LMR sells them now for like 160. I don't know if they bought the rights on them or whatever, but these no longer are on eBay for 75, 80 bucks. But, you know, whatever works for them. And luckily, my distributor's got the 90-degree boots on already. And hopefully this thing goes in there. I just gotta get the oil pan on it, get the oil pump shaft. You know, I've got the hardened, thicker oil pump shaft. I don't like much of sticking this thing back together. We'll dump some oil in it. I'm gonna pull the lifters out of them and wash them out real good and stick them back in. Just got some small meticulous stuff to do to this thing before it goes in. But you know, before that's all said and done, this motor's coming out. Suspension's gonna start getting replaced. I gotta figure out how to put those caster camber plates on it. And I'm gonna tell you what else I got. I've got a Maximum Motors, I don't know, Maximum Motors strut tire brace to put on this thing. Hasn't showed up yet. Should be here Monday, which I don't think I'm gonna need it anyway. But I would love to hear this thing fire up Sunday. I really don't think realistically that's gonna happen, but I'm happy with the progress it's made. The amount of work that I put in this engine is unreal. And, you know, originally I was not gonna port those heads, and I turned around, I actually put a lot of effort into porting the exhaust. I just clean the intake up. So, like I said, I'm gonna wrap this up. I need to get busy doing this mind-numbing stuff. Nobody wants to see it, but I'll show it to you after it's done. So, once I get this thing up there, I'll show you where I'm gonna start tomorrow. Guys, have a good one. Oh, she's getting close. She's getting close. Jerk them headers loose and break that transmission loose. She's about ready to come out.